they would come
Yes.
along with the blanket MOU also, right?
Yes, yes, yes. The
Yes.
point is you will have the blanket MOU, and also then you have specific sub project to which you're associated with. The thing is, she does not want those sub projects data to be shared between each other
Right.
due to privacy issues. Yeah.
But when you share that, when you send out the document to us, it will come as the main MOU and also the project specific MOU, correct?
Yes. Yes.
The reason is when it goes to the IEC, I mean, when it goes to the legal team, I don't want them to again start looking at the whole thing over and over again.
Okay.
If it is coming with the blanket MOU, that's the project
Yes.
specific MOU, then the legal team will only focus on the project specific MOU.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so as soon as we get those documents, I should have got them by now, but I'll remind her again. I spoke to her today morning. Once I get them, I'll send it to the like specifically for this project which I'm involved. I'll send it to you.
All right.
So we'll give you a quick update about what has been done till now. One of our students, Atharva, was able to identify the SUV max on the PET images. That has been done. And what he has also done is he's been able to segment the CT images into 4 different segments. So head and neck, thorax, abdomen, and legs. And now he's working on trying to get identify specific organs within each segment. So that is what he's working on right now. The last update happened on Wednesday, so he's still working on it. So that has happened. Dr. Venkat, do you want to give updates on the chest? Sorry, on the yeah, path images.
Yes, so last time we demonstrated, I think Dr. Hasmukh was not there. We were able to, given a whole slide image, get a random patch and try to spot the reed chamber cell through different methods and get the count out of that. To a certain extent, it was right, and we are trying to put them all together so that Dr. Sridhar and Dr. Subhash and Dr. Uma, who's going to join the team, will be able to take a look at it and see how, how good that model is and what are the things that we can modify from there.
Okay.
Venkatpati?
Yes, doctor.
Sorry. I could manage to hear only the last sentence. We were having some problem with audio. Can you just repeat? I just heard that you made some models.
Dr. Sridhar, were you there last week? When I say last week, Wednesday meeting?
No, I was not there.
Oh, okay. If you don't mind, can you give me a couple of minutes? I'll try to pull up the demo. I can show you that. I just showed it to maybe Dr. Subhash.
Okay.
So we managed to, given a whole slide image, we managed to cut them into random patches or sliding window, whichever way we wanted. We have written that. And we have run some code on top of that, trying to separate the patches based on the staining and other.
So rather than I'm okay if you can pull out that, we can see it. But will it be possible to have some kind of in-person meeting so that some dedicated session initially before we go any ahead? I just wanted to take it. Means which day? I'm okay to have one kind of in-person meeting where probably I can come to your place. What you have done exactly, I can give inputs. Will it be possible?
Yes, actually, yes, we could. One of the plans is that we drop by Tata Memorial Hospital sooner than later. So we could definitely do that with the involved students who are there. So definitely, yeah. When would you like to do it?
Definitely. I can take time out when we want to have a dedicated meeting like that. I'll try to take the time out probably. Uma is also there with me. See, why I feel is that initial setting up the model or anything, it requires little bit of more closer perspective. After that, when it goes on, because I was there in the very early initial discussion, but we have not gone. Now that you got some images, I just thought maybe in-person discussion would be useful. Which days you will be free?
So we could come next. So next week, actually, we have this conference at IIT Bombay. So
Okay.
and this week probably the students are not in campus who
Okay.
should be there, right?
So the other way around is like, we can come to your campus maybe sometime, like, me and my colleague can come to the campus. Which day or which time would be useful? Because the way you are creating model in your system, you are creating probably some suggestion, or you tell us, like Kshitij.
Yeah, Venkat, when would you be available for doing that? Like you will still be virtually present.
Okay, Professor Shijit, it's up to you if my presence is only visually needed. Otherwise, I would prefer doing it only 2 weeks later. As you know, there are a couple of deadlines that I would
yeah.
But virtually, I can show, I can support, I can deploy it in the server, and we can have a couple of meetings before the team comes to the.
Okay. See, by the reason I saying, like, the fragmentation, what you put initially, whatever you do, that I wanted to be little bit more crisp towards you people. Like, I will need some input from you also, how to tell you, because see, it's not a fixed one, right? You need to get a range of certain aspects of it. It might involve a little bit of color coding of different size and initial input of color coding. So that's why I thought, like, maybe even if your students is also fine, you can be on virtual, but
actually, Venkat, if you're able to pull up what you have done last time, it would be very easy, because I think it answers a lot of questions that Dr. Sridhar is raising. Yeah.
Yes, and of course, then we can decide, Dr. Sridhar, offline, and surely we can have one meeting.
Yeah,
as soon as
that's fine. Fine. Okay, you can pull it out and show something, like probably I'll see that.
Yeah, give me a couple of minutes if you don't mind.
No problem.
Yeah, till then, actually, Atharva is also here, and Atharva received the PET images yesterday. So, Atharva, you had a couple of questions, right?
Yeah, I'll just join from the different laptop. Meanwhile, you can proceed.
Please do that. Yeah. Uma is here, is it? Just confirming.
Yeah, Uma is there. Uma is there with me.
Yeah, because she was, I think, also available on Wednesday call, so she could also give you inputs right away as soon as.
No, she's there with me only. Both of us are joined together.
Yeah, perfect. Because she was there last meeting. Yeah. Atharva, if you are there and can hear us, you could just ask those questions that you wanted to.
Yeah. So right now, I'm planning to work on the segmentation task. So last time, we created a code where if we are given an input image of a CT scan, it can predict if it is in the region of head, neck, or abdomen, or thorax, or legs. So 4 class classification. So after this, we are planning.
Your voice is dropping, Atharva.
Hello.
Your voice is dropping in between.
Hello.
Yes, it's better now. Yeah.
So last time we did this 4-class classification where the input was one CT scan and we were predicting if it is in region of head, neck, thorax, abdomen or legs. After this, we are planning to do a segmentation in the thorax region where given a CT scan, we can exactly segment which organ, all the organs in the thorax, for example, spine or other organs, lungs. So for that, I need some kind of training data, some kind of patches on which I can train a unit or some segmentation network. So that was update from my side.
So what specifically do you need?
Some kind of boundaries to the organs, which we want segmented out.
Okay, Ashish, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
Yeah, so Atharva had this specific question. I thought if you could answer it, it would be really nice.
Actually, for that, I believe he wants that someone should do that contouring of the organ. I think he wants that, right, Atharva?
Yes. Also, which organs we are going to consider while in this study? So, which are the main organs which should we focus on?
Yeah, this mostly that in thorax region there might be maybe multiple things like you have lung, then you have nodes. That is not organ, but there might be metastasis in node. Then entire spine. That this
Ashish, my question
vertebrae.
is,
Yeah,
if we interleave some slices, like we start at the top, we interleave 3 or 4 slices, and then we do like a fixed number of slices with contouring and bounding, because we'll need mediastinum as well, right, for the
yeah.
nodes. So if we are
Yeah.
able to do that, then I think Atharva will be able to use that information for identifying specific organs. So now I understand that doing it for every slice might be too much work. My question to you is, can we leave slices in between and then do a few across the thorax? Probably that would be sufficient. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we can do that. There are software which can do this contouring. They do automatic contouring. Yeah, let me find out if we have in our department.
Okay.
Then I think we may do entire contouring itself, like entire lung, entire this mm, heart ka. Then you have vertebral body.
Yeah.
Because that is the most critical organ.
Yeah, the vertebrae and the mediastinum might be the most critical, right?
Yeah, mediastinum. You will be having lots of node,
Yeah.
mediastinum nodes. So,
do you want Atharva to connect with you separately for this?
or Atharva, can you do some kind of do you have any algorithm which can do unsupervised some sorts of contouring, and then we can say that this organ is this organ is this.
Yes, there are functions to do contouring, but I don't know how they will work. Also, I had one more idea. So, for example, relative position of spine in thorax will always remain same across all the
Yes.
images.
Yes.
Yeah.
So instead of this segmentation, we can get an approximate estimate of where the spine is. So will that be relatively accurate?
Venkat, we are
if we are able to contour it. So if we contour that some important organ like lung and then spine, so then we can just annotate it. This is spine. This is lung. Can you do that unsupervised way, and can you show that to us? Otherwise, we'll have to do it manually at least for 100 patients. Then only I think it will move forward.
Okay, I will try it. Sure.
So I'm sorry, I did not pay attention to this. I'm trying to pull up. Dr. Sridhar, apologies. I'm not able to find that particular code. The server is not reachable.
No, not an issue. So, is it okay if I call you as Venkatpati? Venkat.
Yes, please. Venkat is easier for you.
Yeah, Venkat, like what I was discussing with Umar right now when I just muted. See, the Hodgkin throws up a challenges in different forms. So what I was saying, like, if you could do some superimpose image techniques before you do any segmentation, like we have two compartments. One is disease compartment, one is the microenvironment compartment. So, okay, whatever strategy you're adopting, we need to have a different approach. The microenvironment will give you diverse images where you'll have to have different layers. Okay, and the tumor cell will have a different strategy, probably the quantum, the number, and the arrangement. That is the thing. So that is why I wanted to say that we have. I don't know whether you got the CD30 image. CD30 is an immunohistochemistry.
Yes.
So use that CD30 as your tumor cell, and if you superimpose on the HE image, and you will know the negative ones will be the microenvironment image. So that you can use for the microenvironment, and the ones which you can subtract through the 30, that can use as a tumor cell element. So basically tumor cell mean, so what are the aspects when you're looking at a tumor cell? So not only the size mean what percentage of cells will in what range, whether they're singly seen or in clusters. If clusters means what size, and in that way about the spatial arrangement of the tumor cell. Whereas when you come to the microenvironment, probably you need to do the more constituent cells that will be different appearance. Suppose something like, eosinophil rich will have a different appearance, lymphocyte rich will have a different appearance, macrophage rich will have a different appearance. Among these appearances, you can have a different layered. So you got it? What I'm trying to say that.
Yeah, so I have one question in this. Let's say you're giving me CD HND image and CD 50 or 30? CD 30.
So you don't have to take 15. So 30 you can take.
Okay, so CD 30. My question is, are they identical images on which only the stains are different?
That is why I wanted to tell you. So it may not be exactly identical. We have to make some kind of what you can say corrections to it in such a way that see the contour of the section will not be the same because they are in the different levels. So we have to see some that can be done, like initial step of superimposing can be a little bit of supervision from the path side. Either me, Subhash, or Uma can help in assisting in that. So when you okays it, when you say superimposition is fine, okays it, then you can start seeing that. So that minusing that environment you can. So some amount of supervision of selecting the images will be required.
Okay.
So maybe that can be given once we streamline it. That can be given to a student which can it's based and all. We can do it.
Okay.
Sridhar sir, Subhash. So just regarding that superimposition, because our level of cuts are always different. Some like 30 may be the 6th cut or 7th cut. That actually becomes a problem for that superimposition.
No.
You may not.
That's Subhash. That is what I told him. No, some amount of corrections we will be doing it, but we have to do it. That's where we have to have a little bit of supervised superimposition. We cannot leave it to completely there. So we have to see how. That's why we thought, like, if you don't do that, then there's no way to differentiate minus. If you take the whole image, I don't think you will get too much of information by different segmentation. We approach I mean this is the biological basis which I'm thinking of it. Probably maybe if required, me and Uma and Subhash can discuss further this. I think initially, if you remember, before starting it, this is the plan which we made. Like, this is the way we'll go for it. So without superimposition mean you can do, it will be very difficult to get the microenvironment picture. You might get the tumor cell, probably that orientation, spatial size, and you can do it. But more important in these tumors is that microenvironment. That's why. So yes, the challenges are there, but that's where we have to see. But I feel that some amount of, even when we do in the normal routine diagnostic purposes, we do some kind of a little bit of superimposition type, and which is not perfectly, but more or less we try to see. What do you feel, Shubham?
I have a
I think
question.
last time when we spoke, we thought we will do a supervised one, maybe supervised, and the RS cells or whatever the tumor cells will be given to me, sir, and Uma for that validation part. I mean, we did not discuss about the micro environment towards unsupervised. I think so.
I have a question. In the micro environment, what are the specific characteristics are you looking at?
So I'll tell you the kind of literature emerging is, so the immune based, like it can have a cytotoxic immune based, it can be a macrophage based, it can be a granulocyte rich based. So the problem on all these things is we are not able to establish what are the critical cutoffs, like something like you can say predominance. So I feel when you put an AA model to, when you take all the clinical input and all, probably we can use some kind of an arbitrary cutoffs, or say that, okay, at this point of the color code, which one probably we'll have to tweak. It will be a continuous variable, and we have to try in different cutoffs. So that's where I wanted to learn from you guys, like if I give you minus images, if I give an unbiased and unsupervised images, I'll give you. Is there any, without knowing anything, is there any way of layering you can do with the images? You understood?
Yes, actually, Dr. Sridhar, actually, last time we showed, I somehow not able to pull that up. We did some kind of layering of the patches.
Yes.
Is Raja here?
I'll get him. I'll get him.
So they could segregate depending upon the size and the structure, and somewhat I think depending upon the cytoplasmic characteristic. Not exactly, because eosinophils, neutrophils will have different characteristics, but some segregation they could do. Just that it was not the perfect one. I think it is in, I mean, not it is in the training module, but yes, they could do some of those segmentation of the background cells and all.
No, my question continues to remain is, okay, we find the RS cells in the microenvironment. What do you want to see? Do you want to see it's a macrophage rich, or whether it's an eosinophil rich? Because maybe we can develop labeling functions for identifying those specific cells, right, Venkat?
Yeah, Kshitij, actually you are right. What I'm trying to say is, if see, we are going in a known way, we can put it in 3 categories: macrophage rich, granulocyte rich, lymphocyte rich. But we also have to have an exploration in such a way, is there anything beyond what we are thinking in the image characteristics? Understood? Like, these are the things which you macroscopically pick it up and try. So, and I'm just saying that we need to keep some space to have some kind of unknown way of approaching. That's why unsupervised way, you can taking as something like clinical parameter as yardstick, and or clinical behavior as a yardstick, and use that as a kind of control. And among that, do we get any kind of image layers? And that can be later on translated in histology. Does it show anything different in image layer?
Sir, can you give me editing rights, sharing rights? I'll just pull up what we have currently. In fact, we developed more. After that, we did more, but somehow I'm not able to spot it right now. But I'll pull whatever we have, right? Yeah, I got it. So if you look at here, Dr. Sridhar, there are different steps, right? Once you give a whole slide image, let's assume that we have already written that code. So you can assume that we will be able to get it at different zoom level programmatically, at the same time different sizes of the patches. Okay, let's assume, I could not show it right now, but let's assume that we can do it. This is one important part that we are doing, that we are separating the same image based on different staining.
Okay, but I'm not sure how much you will get benefited, because only one marker staining which is consistent in Hodgkin will be 30. Okay, the other parameters, other markers will not be consistent. They are very heterogeneous and will not be consistent. So what I thought, like, see, this is a perfect cohort we are looking in, where you have clinical behavior and clinical parameters, pipette and everything. So in this case, rather than going too much minute into it, let's pick it up in the broad spectrum and see whether any a model you can generate, like predicting this image of microenvironment is probably depictor of some bad biology or good biology, or something like that. And is there any correlation between the microenvironment and the tumor cell distribution or properties or imaging properties? I can say that.
Okay. Dr. Shijit, I'm thinking maybe we can go to the drawing board, discuss a bit, and then I would like to get more details from you. I hope you, from the medical side, you understood what Dr. Sridhar is saying.
Yeah.
So Venkat, if it is okay, when you initially drawing, I don't mind to be there some kind of a session where we can have, probably it might require a little bit extended, but I don't know how much you are able to, I'm able to convey, or how much you are able to take it also. Maybe in person when I try to tell, then probably it'll be easier.
We can have a longer session, Dr. Sridhar, where we will sit with one WSI, do some either training or coding, and see if that is what exactly what we are expecting, so that all of us are on the same page.
Yes, exactly the same I wanted to.
Is that fine, Professor Shijit?
Yeah, for me it's okay.
Should be.
For me it's okay, absolutely.
Okay.
For me also. Probably we can come as a team, like, me, Subhash and Luma can come, and we can have more dedicated discussion on that aspect.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. What I would say is that then we specifically need Venkat to be here, right? Or we continue to do it. We do it without Venkat being here. How do you want to do it?
Either way, I mean, it's up to the comfort zone of Venkat, actually. If he's very sure, like, his students or something, he can manage it online, is okay for us, because it's him how he takes it. Like, if he wants to be there in person to understand much more, or to have much more discussion, that is also okay with us.
So, Professor Shijit, let's, without delaying further, we can do one session virtually in this week, a couple of days, I would say. And then based on that, I would like to come, but there are a couple of deadlines that I would like to focus on. So
I understand. No problem.
Yeah. So let's not delay further. Day or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we'll have one like 2-hour session where we sit and look at a different person's perspective. We can start virtually, and then surely we can take it.
Yeah, Venkat, do you want to do it on Dr. Sridhar also? Do you want to do it on 29th?
29th on what time?
So for me, it's okay. Let's see what Dr. Sridhar says.
Thursday is fine, but what is the time you want Thursday?
I'm asking you actually specifically for that, because I know that your mornings are probably busy, right? That's it.
After 4.
Okay, for me.
I can stay a little bit late also in the evening. That's not a problem for me. I can stay 4 o'clock, because morning it will be tough. 4 or 4:30.
Yeah, but let's do it at 4 o'clock. 4 to 6 is okay.
Okay,
no worries. For us, it's okay. Okay, I'll send you a separate invite for this.
That's fine. So Thursday, we'll meet.
It's coming Thursday, the proposal.
Yeah. 29.
So I may be available very briefly, but I think my continuous presence won't be required.
Sorry, Ganesh, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I will be only present briefly because I have another meeting. Actually rescheduled meeting. So what? I suppose you can handle.
What I will do. Professor Ganesh, what we will do is, since it's the first meeting that we want to have to really understand what Dr. Sridhar wants to say, and even Venkat is not available on site, he will also be online. We'll use this first interaction to really understand, because the microenvironment thing in my head till now was just that we were going to look at the number of eosinophils and the granulocytes. But now there are more features that he wants to think about. We will like to sit together with him online for an extended period in a very unrestricted way to see what he wants to say, so that whether we can programmatically arrive at the same conclusion, right, Venkat? That's what we want to do.
Exactly.
So we will try to do it at our end, and once we come up with a solution, we'll also tell you what happens. Is that okay?
Yeah, but maybe Kshitij, you can plan to visit them instead. I think
Yes.
that would be helpful. You haven't visited TMH so far. I would
No.
strongly, I would insist that you visit them.
Yeah, I could
And
also,
then
Dr.
others could join.
Sridhar. Yeah, Sridhar, I can
That
also
would be much better.
come to TMH on Thursday. I can do that.
That will be great. If you can come, then we can organize something. So, but
So-
you'll require a PT, a normal kind of PC is okay?
Yeah, we'll do everything virtually anyways, right? With Venkat not being there in person, so that should be fine.
Yeah.
We just need you
Fine.
to book a room where we can project something, so that
Okay.
Venkat can also go. Yeah. So I'll come at 4 o'clock at TMH on Thursday.
Okay, I'll try. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
I have to book a telepathy this thing.
Perfect.
Okay. Sorry, I have to just move on to another meeting just for today. It was scheduled at 3.
Can't hear you. Sorry.
I think Professor Ganesh wanted to go to another meeting.
Yeah, actually, I'm also a part of that meeting, so
Okay.
I will also have to go.
Okay.
So just to summarize, I'll be coming, Dr. Sridhar, on Thursday. I don't think any of my students are there because Raja has gone home. Raja, you're there, right?
Hello, am I
Yeah,
audible, sir?
you're home, right? You're not here.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
home. I will be back in Institute on 5
Okay. Oh, you'll be back when? On 5th of January.
on 5th of the channel.
Okay. So I will come, Dr. Sridhar, and Venkat and I think will be the only people on board. Venkat will be virtually, I'll be in person. Is that okay?
Should be fine. I'll be in touch with you, Kshitij, about the development.
I'll do that. Okay. Perfect.
Thanks.
And Ashish has shared a few papers. So what I will do is I will spend some time on them and then discuss with Atharva about it. Is that okay, Ashish? Atharva, you might have in the group, there were 3 papers that have been shared by Ashish.
Okay.
Okay, so we will go through them together. If you could drop to my office tomorrow, if you are on campus. If you are not, then we'll work out something else.
Okay, I can come to office.
Okay, so I'll message you separately. Is it okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay, perfect. And thanks for the CT, the PET images. Atharva, you have received them, right?
Yes. There is some problem in parsing them, but I think I'll figure it out.
Okay. No worries. Okay then. Thank you, Dr. Hasmukh. I will send you the MOUs as soon as I get them. Okay. Okay then. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Bye.
So Raja, I have one question. I'll just connect with Raja and students. Raja, I missed last week's file. Do you know which one we presented? I'm not able to spot that.
The IPYNV file.
Yes.
Yeah, I will send the link again.
Could you that is yours? I added on top of that. Did I send it to you back?
No, I think.
Okay, I'll just check. Could you check and let me know if you get it?
Okay, thank you. I have to jump into another meeting,
Thanks.
and I'll connect with
Bye-bye.
Sridhar separately. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
नहीं होल्ड करो ना, डोंट पुश, इट्स ओनली डायग्नोस्टिक प्रोसीजर है ना, तो दैट्स ओके, दैट्स नॉट अ प्रायोरिटी. ठीक है, थैंक्स.
मैं अभी भूल कि मैं वापस जाऊं कैसे, वो तो भूल नहीं.
करेक्ट.
मुझे तो स्टेबल करके फिर थोड़ा देखना कीमो आपसे जिस जगह मुझे कम ये देंगे अपना समय, कीमती समय, फिर आप मुझे समझाएंगे इतना आप डायग्नोस पे जाएंगे, कर पाएंगे, कितना कर पाएंगे, लाइट कर पाएंगे, वो तो मैं क्लाइंट लेके उधर भी कर सकता हूँ. करेक्ट. हमारा SKIMS उधर. सो मगर मुझे बहुत यहाँ का ये था, मैं गलती कर, मतलब आगे अब मैं इधर उधर घूम रहा था.
देखते हैं, हेल्प करते हैं ना, कोशिश करते हैं. देखिए हाँ बाबू, किस चीज का? हाँ, मैंने क्यों मांगा था ये लेटर? मैंने नहीं मांगा था बाबा, मैंने बोला था एक्सटेंशन चाहिए ना आपको. हाँ, तो मैडम को बोलो ना, आपको लिख के देंगे डॉक्यूमेंट.
सर मुझे ना एक्चुअली